Hello class 8, hope you all are good. Students, today in this video I am going to continue the same chapter, that is your chapter number 1 in biology, transportation of food and water in plants. In previous video I had explained you about the structure of xylem tissue and its function. Right, now today I am going to explain what the structure of phloem tissue, its function, and how the roots absorb water, and the process involved during the absorption of water and minerals by the roots, and how this water is conducted or transported from root to different parts of the plant. And the processes which involved in this process, like diffusion and osmosis and active transport, right? So let's continue the chapter. But before I'll start the chapter, students, some of you are replying through your email that you don't have book and that's why you are not sending your assignment. But children, just watch the video thoroughly, because all the answers you will get in the video only. Whatever the assignment I am giving you, they the questions are based on the video only. Okay, so watch the video and then send your assignment. Now, phloem tissue is the food conducting tissue in plants. And food materials, it moves through the phloem in both the direction, means upward direction also and downward direction also. Phloem tissue consists of 4 elements. First is your sieve tube, second is your companion cells, third is your phloem parenchyma, and fourth is your phloem fibers. Now look at the diagram of phloem tissue. Here first element of phloem tissue is sieve tubes. Actually these sieve tubes, they are the main conducting element of the phloem tissue. And the end walls of these sieve tubes, they are perforated. Perforated means they have tiny pores, right? Just like a sieve. छन्नी देखिए ना, तो ऐसी छन्नी की जैसे, right? And what they are called? Sieve plates. What they are called? Sieve plates. And the pore region, it is also known as sieve area, right? And food can easily transported, or it can be easily passed through these sieve tubes. And these sieve tubes, these are living part or living cells of the phloem tissue. Now next is your companion cells. Companion cells, they have the sieve tubes. These companion cells, they have the sieve tubes in conduction of food materials from one part to other. Right? Now third is your phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma, they are concerned for the storage of food. And now fourth one is your phloem fibers. And phloem fibers, what they provide? They help or provide the mechanical support to the phloem tissue. Right? Now next is your occurrence wise. Phloem tissues are present in all parts of the plant. And function of phloem tissues, the main function of phloem tissue is what? That is to conduct the food materials from the leaves to the other regions of plants, and also to storage organ. Second function of phloem tissues is phloem parenchyma. They help in storage of organic matter, and phloem fibers provide mechanical support. Right? Now look at this experiment. That is to show the transport of food material in plants. All of you know the food is transported by the phloem tissues, and how you will prove that the phloem tissues, they help in transportation of food material. And for that we do this girdling experiment. Actually girdling means to remove phloem tissue from the stem. Right? Now for this experiment, what you will do, just look at this diagram. You take a small plant, just select a small plant, and then gently remove its soft part, that is bark of the stem, in a small area of about 1 centimeter with the help of a razor blade. Right? Now leave it after girdling for a week, and then observe what happens to the portion of stem above and below the girdled area. Okay, after 1 week, what you will observe that the area above this girdle portion, what's happened? There is a swelling, right? And why this portion is swelled up? Just because the food which is transported by phloem, it is accumulated here. Why? Because phloem is removed. So this phloem, what's happened? That it means food is not transporting to the downward to this area, so it is accumulated to this area only, and this part become swollen. And even after 15 or 20 days, what you will again observe that some roots are also arises from this portion, right? And it proves that phloem tissues, they help in transportation of food material. And just remember that phloem tissues in stem are outside and xylem tissues are inside. Okay. Next topic is your absorption of water by roots. Okay, now roots perform two major functions. First is your roots, they anchor or fix the plant to the soil. Second, roots take up or absorb water and mineral salts from the soil. Now the question is, how do plants absorb water and minerals? Actually, plant absorb water and minerals from the soils with the help of root hairs. Root hair cells are actually unicellular thin-walled and thin-walled outgrowths of the epidermis, which is the outermost layer of the root. Actually, root hairs are unicellular microscopic hair-like structures which are present on secondary and tertiary roots of plants. And water and mineral salts are absorbed through these root hairs from the soil. Water passes into the root hair by the process called osmosis, right? Now the question is, what is osmosis? Osmosis is actually movement of water molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from an area of its higher concentration to the lower concentration. Actually, it is a process by which water is absorbed by the root hairs. Actually, the process of osmosis we can demonstrate by this simple experiment. You take raisins. What are raisins? These are kismis, right? And just in a one bowl, and filled it with water. Now, what you will observe after 2-3 hours? You see that they are swell up. Why these raisins they swell up? Just see the first look at this structure of this raisins, and when they are kept in water for 2-3 hours, then they swell up. Why they are swell up? Because the water goes from outside to inside these raisins, and this process is called osmosis, because this outer layer of these raisins, they act as a semi-permeable membrane, and water move because outside water is more as compared to the inside this this raisin. So water move from from their higher concentration to the lower concentration through this semi-permeable membrane, and they are filled with water, and that is why these raisins or they swell up. And what is semi-permeable membrane? It is a thin membrane which allows certain substances to pass through it, but not others. And actually this membrane having a small pores, and that is why it is called partially permeable membrane or semi-permeable membrane. The concentration of water molecules in the soil is higher than the inside root hair cells, which causes which process? Osmosis. Once water is absorbed, its concentration in the root hair cells is increases, means it becomes more than the adjacent cells, and thus water molecules, they move through osmosis from root hair cells to the neighboring cells. This process continues until water reaches the xylem tissues in the root. Inside xylem, water travels upward from one cell to the another against force of gravity. Now look at the diagram and concentrate on this red color arrow. how this red color arrow move. Actually, it shows the movement of water molecule from root hair to the xylem. This root hair is surrounded by soil water. It absorbs water by the process called osmosis, right? Then this water moves from root hair to cell A. Then it moves to from A to B and then to the next cell, and then it start moving, and then it comes in the xylem cells, and then it start moving upward, right? Now the question is how the minerals are absorbed by the root hair cells. Actually, minerals such as calcium, potassium, magnesium and nitrogen, they are needed by the plants and are dissolved in the water in the soil. The absorption of these minerals by the roots takes place by the process called diffusion, and second is called what? Active transport. Actually, diffusion you have already read in previous video. What is diffusion? Diffusion is your what? Movement of molecules of gas, liquid or solid from their higher concentration to their lower concentration until they are spread out evenly, right? Sometimes the concentration of minerals is higher in the soil than inside the root hair cells, and this is when root hairs they absorb minerals by the process called diffusion. But normally minerals are more concentrated inside root hair cells than in soil, and still they absorb, for which they use active transport. So what is active transport? It is a movement of minerals from the region of their lower concentration to a region of higher concentration, and this process involves what? Energy. So the salts and ions move from the region of their lower concentration to the region of their higher concentration. In active transport, absorption of water occurs due to the living cells of roots. And the living root cells, they create a force which is responsible for the intake of water. Now next is your ascent of sap or rise of cell sap. What is ascent of sap? It is the upward movement of water and minerals from root to the tip of the plant. Actually, root hair cells, they absorb mineral salts by active transport and water through osmosis, which I had already explained you. Now, as mineral salts they get accumulated in the xylem, the water concentration get reduced, which creates concentration gradient, and that draw water and minerals to stem. Root pressure is developed in the roots due to continuous inflow of water, which pushes up sap. And what is sap? Sap is actually water and minerals collectively called sap, and where towards the stem. Water moves through the xylem up the stem, then to the leaves due to transpiration pull. So what is transpiration? It is the loss of water in the form of water vapor through the stomata of leaves and other aerial parts of the plant in the form of water vapors. This upward movement of water and minerals from root to stem parts of the plant is known as what? Ascent of sap. Okay, thank you children, and rest of the part we will continue in the next video.